Good morning, traders. This is a live trade recap. I took one trade this morning right around 4 a.m. I have it on video for you. We're going to go over it right now. If you like this sort of thing, hit the like button. If you like to see these videos daily, please subscribe. So as always, I start with the Webull screener open. This is found on the markets page. Make sure top gainers and pre-market is selected. If you are trading in the pre-market, click all. And then I organize the pre-market top gainers list by volume, and I'm only interested in the top 3 stocks if they're in my price range and if they're in my float size range, which means the float size can't be greater than 110 million shares, ideally 100 million shares or less. But the number one stock, I don't care what the float size is. If it's the number one stock by volume, then it goes on my list. And at the time, I believe Acer was number 2 when I took the trade. It's now number 1, but either way, it had a low float size. And so it didn't really matter as long as it was in the top 3, it went on the list. So let's look at the trade now. So this is right before Acer popped up on my screener. I have the screener open on my laptop at all times. So while I'm watching these 2 stocks play out, I noticed that Acer popped up. And I thought before that EBON was going to be the one that I would trade because it was making a beautiful run up and establishing an ABCD pattern after above the that's my cat, above the high of day of the previous day, and the high of the aftermarket. And then LSP was also on the top gainers list, but it was trading below the high of the previous day, so there was no trade for me to take there, not yet at least. But ACR popped up, and you can see me put it on my list right now. So that's at like 403.37. And you can see what happened when this has got to be the 4 a.m. candle right here. So if you count this as point A, this is B, and then here's C. So the ideal entry is for the break of this candle, which you can see already happened. So technically, I can't get in if I miss the entry, but there's one exception to that rule, and that's if I can get in at the exact same price I would have, then I can still take the trade because it makes no difference whether I get in on this candle when the price breaks above that one, or if it's this candle when the price breaks above that one. It makes the trade the exact same trade. I still have the exact same risk and all of that stuff. So that's what I was looking to do here, but I was going to wait until the price came back up to my entry, which again, my ideal entry was 498. I'm just checking the chart here, and you can see that it's trading above the previous day, in fact the previous 2 days, and definitely trading above the high of the aftermarket. So here I'm hovering over this candle, and the high, actually the high of this candle is 498, so my ideal entry was 499. I have to change that on my spreadsheet in just a second. So ideal entry is 499. So when this candle hits 499 or better, that's when I want to get in. So I'm watching this bubble over here. It's on 495 right now. Here's 495, 496. Again, I'm waiting for 499 or better. As soon as I see 499, I'm going to get in, and then my stop loss will still be the low of the candle that I was supposed to. So I was supposed to enter on this candle. That would make my stop loss the low of this candle, and that still remains because I want to duplicate the exact same trade that I would have taken if I would have gotten the ideal entry, because that's the trade I'm supposed to be taking. So 497, there we go. You see it went from 497 to 5. So as soon as I see that, I hit my hotkeys to get in. You saw me trigger my hotkeys. Whoops, I think I moved the video back by accident. Okay, you'll see me trigger the hotkeys. Well, there you see I'm in 12 shares at $5. I'm always trading with 10% of my account size. So that's about $62 right now. So that got me 12 shares. Here I'm marking out the low, just a rough idea of where the low is. Where the stop loss is. That way, if this thing just like flushes down right away, I know that I needed to get out. And I was also noticing EBON is about to give me my setup. So I have to watch that too, because if that gives me a setup before this trade is done, I have to take it as part of my plan. because it's a good setup. And what if this one fails, and then I miss that one and this one goes to 2R. So that's how the plan works. But notice what's happening is you just saw me enter all the data on my 2R calculator. $5. My stop loss is 460. That makes my profit target 580. Risk is 8%. So I'm noticing that, man, that price is shooting up real fast, and don't want to miss my chance to get out at my target. So I'm putting in the sell order. I don't care what happens at EBON at this moment. Put in the sell order 580, and the price, let's see. Oh yeah, so it looks like immediately as I put the sell order out, I got a partial fill of 4 shares at 580. So then I have 8 shares left. And then right there, your order to sell. Okay, now 7 shares. So 5 left. So I guess the price is bouncing around there. It went back up to 580 again, and that was it. So I think it actually filled faster than these things are showing you, because you can see the profit target was already gone. So it takes a little while for these to pop up. In fact, I think they were all filled almost instantly, because if you look at the orders, you can see it shows them were filled, yeah, at 405.09, and the order was placed at 405.07. So it only took 2 seconds to sell all 12 of those shares. So it looks slower than it was, but it was pretty much instant. So what was the one thing? Oh yeah, I wanted to change this piece of data here. So it was a successful 2R trade. The profit on that was 958. So there it is right there. It's the only trade I've taken this morning. And that's it for the week, because it's today's Monday. And for the month, here's where we are. So I'm almost back to the all-time high of the account, which was 631 even. So that trade worked out really well. And because it was slightly higher risk at 8%, you see that most of my trades are around 6%. If they're right around 5%, that's kind of my comfort zone. But I'll go as high as 10%, and it's all really based on the chart. So that one was about 8%, and because of that, it pretty much wiped out my 3 red trades from Friday. So that's a good thing, because on Friday I had 3 trades that all went red that amounted to a loss of 966, and here I had 1 green trade that went to 960. And again, that's the power of the 2R trading, that no matter what, I'm always risking 1R, and then my profit target is 2 times my risk. So that's how that works. Theoretically, it takes it would take 1.5 trades to wipe out 3 losing trades, but here I did it almost in 1 trade because of the slightly higher risk. Here you can see the risk on these trades was right around 5%, 3%, and yeah, 5.7%. So that's where we are. And let's see, for the week, up 958. Today's Monday, and then the month we're up $60. Again, for a small cash account like this, that's a great thing. And the win rate is now up to 73%. I don't really care about that. It's just kind of an interesting statistic to track, and I didn't update this yet. I don't think it's like $60 even now, right? So I think that's it for me. Let me know if you guys have any questions about this trade or any others that I take. And I always like to leave you with, always take your stop losses no matter what. Always honor your profit target, and you should be green in the end. Take care.